Hi everyone, welcome to Warren's Team Talk, and thank you very much for coming and joining me today. Today I'm going to be doing the Warren's Team Talk Match Day Live show, and I hope that you're going to enjoy that. So yeah, I'm sorry I was a bit late. I had some issues with StreamYard, but it's working now, so that's all that matters. It's working now. So let's see how we get on. Anyway, so I'm here, I'm rocking and rolling, and let's see what happens. So let me just check something because I'm not sure this is working. Oh, yes, it is. Taib's here. Hi, Taib. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. How you feeling? How are you? I bet you're on cloud nine, mate, aren't you? After that result against Manchester United. Yeah, so I hope you're well. Before we get started, please, everyone, can I just ask you to make sure you put a like on the video, also subscribe to my channel, and also please make sure that you subscribe as well. That would be fantastic. So thanks very, very much. And Thais put another chat in and he says, what is going on with this damn thing? Jesus, good, Warren. I'm good to see you. I'm good, Warren. Good to see you too. Nice win, but Arteta out. Exactly, mate. We ain't going to win a title with him. It's just simple as that. It's just not going to happen. Taib says, I don't know, what are you, mate? He's trying to tell me something, but what he is, he's trying to tell me, I don't know. And this thing is moving mad. And Joanne's here. Hello, Warren. Hi, Warren, my lovelies. Hello, darling. I hope you're well. AJ Byatt says, good afternoon, Warren. Hello, mate. I hope you're good. Lovely to see you. Thanks for coming in. And Craig Loy says, hi, Warren. Arteta got more lives than a cat. Mate, that man is the luckiest manager I've ever seen. It's an absolute madness how he manages to get so much luck. It's just ridiculous. It is. I've never known anyone be so lucky as what he is. Warren made a mistake. My first comment, laugh out loud. Don't worry, Tayyip, it's fine. Mate, you see the amount of mistakes that I make when I'm doing these damn slides, and I made a massive boo-boo last night on that one I did with Del Boy and Jez and Manny. The league, I don't know if you noticed, some of the league tables were a bit wonky. Teams with minus goals against and all sorts of crap. Honestly, it was ridiculous. Ty says, hi, Craig. And Joanne, what's she saying? I can't. What is wrong with this thing? I'm soaking my feet while watching the show. Listen, guys, I'm gonna go out of the stream and then come back in again, because this thing is really playing up. Hold on, let me see if it's because I've got too many applications open. That might be something to do with it. Let's close that. Close that. And right. Okay, so let's see if that makes any difference. Joanne says, I'm soaking my feet while watching the show. How lovely. That sounds nice and relaxing. And AJ Bryant says, good afternoon, Craig Malloy. And Craig Malloy says, Ty, big up. AJ Bryant says, good afternoon, Craig Malloy. Ty says, AJ Bryant, hi, bro. Craig Malloy says, this is terrible. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back out. I'm going to come out and then come back in again because this is the shambles. Right, okay, so let's see if that makes it any better. Yeah, that's better. AJ Bryant says, good afternoon, Taib. And AJ Bryant says, I still think top 4 won't happen. Arteta, he's not good enough. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm taking it one game at a time. I think that's all of it any of us can do because there's still a lot of games to go. Anything could happen. And you just never know. You just don't know. I really don't. I'm not even going to think about it. Craig Malloy, Arteta is trying to mess up your stream. Yeah, laugh out loud. Craig, honestly, I'm convinced that club is up to nonsense. I really do. Taib says, I was in Tesco's and saw this man and woman wrapped in a barcode. I said, are you two an item? Fantastic. And Craig Malloy, Taib, laugh out loud. Taib, seriously, man, you should try and do a comedy slot, a stand-up show with these jokes. Honestly, it'd be absolutely hilarious. You'd absolutely smash it. AJ Bryant says top 4 will go down to the North London derby, but I'm not confident, not whatsoever. Now, especially because it's at White Hart Lane, and we haven't won there since 2014. Anyway, there you go, guys. Proper Arsenal shirt. I thought it was an original one from the 70s, but it hasn't got the Umbro on it. So I reckon it's a new one. Where it's produced by the current regime, I guess, as like a retro shirt. It's not the original old school one. AJ Bryant, 4 likes. Yeah, that's all right. Every like is welcome. And Jess says, good result. Love beating United. The noisy neighbours next. Yeah. Fantastic result, Jess. I'm really pleased. I don't like United. I really don't. And it goes back a long time. For me, it goes back to the 79 Cup final, like I said a few weeks ago. So, yeah, that stream we did last night, Jez, was absolutely fantastic. We're gonna continue it on because we still got all the cup games as well to go through. So next Friday, if you're going to be around, I think Del Boy's going to want us to finish it off because there's still a lot of games to go. We've got to do all the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Cup Winners' Cup matches as well. AJ Bright, good afternoon, Jess. And AJ Bright, Jess says, AJ Bright, hi, mate. Right, let's get on with it. So, I just want to big up all these YouTube channels, if I may. We've got the Old School Gunner, Arsenal Alex, DrawnByDre, the Aussie Gooner. The Aussie Gooner was at a big event in Australia in Sydney, and he apparently bumped into Mark. Well, he did bump into Mark Bosnich because he had his photo taken with him. So that was good for him. And yeah, he's a good guy. I really like the Aussie Gooner. Diesel Arsenal, another fantastic guy, does a brilliant shows. Del Boy Gunner, I think he's doing a calling show, a fan reaction show. If not sort of right now, he will be shortly. So please make sure you go and check that out on playback or go and get involved now. It's entirely up to you. But whatever you do, please make sure that you watch this show and also his, whether you watch mine on playback or his on playback. if you can do that, that would be absolutely fantastic. And then we got the one and the only, the legendary Jez Collins' new channel, Arsenal, the History and More. Absolutely superb stuff. I love watching your videos, Jez. They're like absolutely superb and informative. And I can't wait to hear that story about what happened between Middlesbrough and Arsenal. Because I've been trying to find this out for about 30 years, and like every time I try and uncover something, I just I come to a brick wall and can't get any information. So that's going to be fantastic. And then Gracie-Mae, please go and check out Gracie-Mae's vlog that she uploaded today. It's fantastic. A lot of it's about her schoolwork and stuff. It was fantastic. I loved it. It brought back lots of memories to me from my school days as well, which was, and yet, no, it wasn't writing chalk on a little black slate or anything like that. There were books and there were pens and there was pens and ink and books and whatnot. So yes, it wasn't stone tablets and whatnot, despite what people may think. And NorthsideLdn, I think he did a watch long earlier. Make sure you check his channel out as well. Stephen Featley, he's got a great channel, and he, with all the money he makes from his YouTube activities, he donates all that money to the Children's Liver Disease Foundation, and it's a charity that tries to help children who are suffering with liver disease. So please, please, please go and support Stephen Featley. And then there's the one and the only Kyle Walsh at Arsenal. Kyle is an absolutely top guy. Another mad Irish Arsenal fan. Well, he's not mad. That's just a way of talking about him. He's superb and he's so passionate about the club. I absolutely love it. Love his videos. Honestly, check them out. You'll absolutely love them. And he's going to be relaunching his channel soon. So please make sure you go and check him out. And so Jez says, yes, mate, I'll be there. Fantastic. And Taib says, who is the most powerful potato? Darth Tater. Jesus. And Taib says, hi, Jez. And Craig Malloy says, hi, Jez, as well. Afternoon, all hope you're well. Jez, when is your next video coming out, by the way, mate? Taib was saying, McManus, hello. And McManus Sense. Lovely to see you, McManus. I hope you're well, mate. Taib was saying, Craig Malloy, hi, guys. Right, okay, let's get back into this. Yeah, don't forget, everyone, there's a petition that I made on the change.org website. If you don't want Mikel Arteta to be offered a new contract, you can sign it and put some pressure on the club. I'm not, for any stretch of the imagination, expecting it to be successful, that my petition is going to be what stops Arsenal from offering Mikel Arteta a new contract. And I strongly suspect he's already signed the contract. So, but let's put some pressure on the club and say to him, look, come on, guys, we don't want this to happen. You need to sort it out. But there you go. Taib says steak pie or pork pie. I think it has to be steak for me, Taib. And Jez Collins says game review tomorrow and more history on Monday. Fantastic, Jez. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be watching. And Taib says, McManus says, hello, Taib. I hope you're good, pal. And Taib says, I'm good, McManus. And McManus gives a thumbs up. Fantastic stuff. Right, okay. So, right, as we all know, earlier today, Arsenal played Manchester United at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal won by 3-1. thanks to goals from Tavares in the 3rd minute, a 32-second minute penalty from Saka, and also a banger from Xhaka in the 70th minute. He's once every 5 years goal. I think it's the best way to describe it. Manchester United, Ronaldo scored for them. They also missed a penalty, I believe. I mean, I was having a load of trouble with my my tablet, and it kept freezing, and I missed what happened with the penalty. So if one of you could let me know what happened with that penalty, I'd be really... Well, it must have, because they gave a penalty and it never got scored, so it must have missed, I guess. Unless it got the decision got overturned. I don't know. I just don't know what happened with it. Anyway, the match stats were Arsenal had 56% possession. They had 14 shots, 7 of which were on target. They won 1 corner and they committed 9 fouls. United, on the other hand, had 44% possession. They too had 14 shots. 5 of theirs were on target. They won 7 corners and committed 12 fouls. So there you go. That was the stats for the match at 12:30 today. So here we are. There's the Premier League table. So currently, Arsenal are sat in 4th. There's another 3 games at 3 o'clock today. Well, they've actually just kicked off by the looks of it. And there's one at 5:30. So we're sat in 4th. We're 3 points ahead of Tottenham, but Tottenham have a game in hand. United are now 6 points behind, and we have a game in hand on them. So it's looking quite healthy there for Arsenal at this stage. But we've still got some difficult games to go, and I personally think it's going to go down to the wire. I really do. Down the bottom of the table, you've got Everton, Leeds, who are 16th. They've got 33 points. They're 4 points clear of Everton, but Everton have a game in hand. Burnley are 18th. They've played 32 games with 20 and got 28 points. Watford are 19th. They've played 32 games and have 22 points. And 20th are Norwich, and they played 32 games and have 21 points. So there you go. So today's 3 o'clock kickoffs. Leicester against Aston Villa, Man City against Watford, and Norwich against Newcastle. So the starting lineups for Leicester. Leicester are going with Schmeichel, Justin, Soyuncu, Fofana, Castagne, Tielemans, Mendy, Dewsbury Hall, Maddison, Lookman, and Daka. Villa are going with Emi Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Mings, who's captain, Young, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, Jack Ramsey, Bailey, Watkins, and Coutinho. And their starting formations, Leicester are going for a 4-2-3-1, and Villa are going for a 4-3-1-2. So Manchester City are taking on Watford today. So their starting 11 is Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodrigo, Fernandinho, who's captain, De Bruyne, Jesus, Grealish, and Sterling. And Watford's starting 11 is Forster, Nagakia, Loza, King, Cleverley, Kamara, Sissoko, who's captain, and then Samir, Sarr, Dennis, and Kabasele. And then their starting formations, Man City are going for a 4-3-3. and Watford are going for 4-3-3 as well. Now, last one, Norwich against Newcastle United. Massive game for Norwich, as they all seem to be at the moment. They're going for a starting lineup of Krul, Giannolis, Zimmerman, Hanley, his captain, and Brian. And then in midfield, they're going with McLean, Norman, Lise Malloy, Rashika, and Dow. And up front, they're going with Pookie. Newcastle are going with Dubravka, Emil Kraft, Jamal Lascelles, who's captain, Dan Burn, Matt Target, Sean Longstaff, Bruno Goumage, Joe Willock, Joel Linton, Jacob Murphy, and Alain Saint-Maximin. And their starting formations are Norwich are going for a 4-2-3-1, and Newcastle are going for a 4-3-3. So there you go. That's all the starting. That's all the starting lineups and formations. Let's put that on there. I don't really want to look at his face all afternoon. But let's go in here and see what's going on. So, where were we? Right, there we were. Right. So, my man of sense says, watch the game and the way our fans were acting at the ground was like we won the league. Pathetic. Another irrelevant win. Well, it is, isn't it? Because we're not going to win the league. So, but the only thing I'd say about it, beating Manchester United, it is very pleasing, because down the years we've had loads of trouble with that team. We really have, and particularly when they ended our unbeaten run that year. We played them in the 50th game of the unbeaten run. If we'd won it, we would have gone 50 games unbeaten. And I firmly believe if we had beaten them or drawn, we hadn't lost that game that day, we would have gone unbeaten for quite a while after that as well, because we had a fantastic side. I don't think it was our best ever side, not by a long stretch, but we were a very good side. And the way that game, they beat us that day, I thought it was disgusting. I think they should have had at least 2 or 3 players sent off. The tackling was just verging on physical assault. Static, hey Warren. Hi Static, nice to see you, mate. And Static says, I predicted 3-1 Arsenal. Excellent. Well, we're going to start calling you Static Nostradamus then. Yay, well done, Arsenal. Arteta out. Excellent. Absolutely, mate. Well said. And then Clem says, hiya, Warren. You all right, mate? I'm good. Thanks very much, Clem. Lovely to see you, mate. Thanks very much for coming and joining us. And 40 goals conceded. That is disgusting. Yeah. How many did we concede last year? That's what I'm interested in. Joanne Smith says, open top bus celebrations for Arsenal. Yep. I'm going to have an open top bus tour around the streets of Kent. So I'll be selling tickets from tonight. Anyone who wants to come on this open top bus tour, going around Kent celebrating the fact we're back in 4th place. So there you go. Anyone who's interested, let me know, and I will make sure that you get a ticket. Static says, Joanne Smith, hey. Oh, exactly. She's hilarious. Ty says, what was the snowman? Oh, God, here we go. What was the snowman doing in the vegetable patch? picking his nose. What was the snowman doing in the vegetable patch? Picking his nose. Okay, fair enough. Keep coming, Taib. And McManus says, what do you think about the news that we're in advanced talks with Gabriel Jesus from City? Do you think he'd be a good fit for us? When he first come to City, he was a central striker, and maybe he would do well with us. But I've got doubts that he'd want to come to us, given the way that Mikel Arteta treats players and the lack of chances that we create. I just don't. I'm not. I think we're going to struggle to get anyone to sign for us because of him, because of his piss poor man management and the way we play. I just don't think anyone who's serious about their career will want to come to us. I really don't. Joanne Smith says, "I'll come laugh out loud with my scarf." Exactly. Static. Did you put any money on them? Yeah, that's a good point. Did you put any money on that? That prediction, Static. Right. Okay. So let's get on. Gabriel Jesus gives Man City the lead. Right. Well, let's get into it then, because we need to keep a close eye on what's going and stop all this frivolity. So let me sort that out and do that. And okay, so that's a bit weird. Normally, they have a thing where you can see live commentary of all the matches, but still, never mind. Let's see. So Manchester City have gone 1-0 up against Watford. So which means, here we go. So the Warren's Team Talk scoreboard goes into action there. And let's have a look, see if we can find out how that goal was scored. Let's have a look. So right, yeah. So Manchester City 1, Watford 0. Gabriel Jesus, Manchester City, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, and it was assisted by Alexander Zinchenko. So there you have it. Man City 1-0 up already, and Jesus scored after in the 4th minute. It's 13 minutes gone so far, and it's Manchester City 1, Watford 0, and that's the first goal of the afternoon. So let's see what happens in the rest of the games now. And I want to see if I can get it to show me. What I'm trying to do, guys, is see if it will. Normally on here, they have this thing where you can follow all the scores or what's going on in all the games, but it doesn't look like it's available. Let's just go to this one. No. Right. Okay. So let's just try it this way. Okay, so let's leave it on here because this show. Right, so it's Norwich 0, Newcastle 0. That's a bit risky from Alan Maximin. He dangles a boot near the edge of his own box, and Kieran Dowell goes down, but replays show that no contact was made. Ref was right not to give anything. So there we go. So, Man City are definitely close to another. Gabriel Jesus fires one at Ben Foster, who parries it to his left before it's fished dangerously back across the 6-yard area. So, yeah, there we go. City look like they're on top in that one, unsurprisingly, I guess. So, there have been 16 minutes gone so far in the games, and it's Leicester City 0, Aston Villa 0, Manchester City 1, Watford 0, and Norwich City 0, Newcastle 0. And don't forget, 5:30 this afternoon, Brentford are taking on Tottenham Hotspur at the Brentford Community Stadium. Game has massive interest, obviously, for Arsenal, because if Tottenham win, they could be back. They could be back above us because they've got a better goal difference than us, and we'll both be on the same points, but they'll be above us because of the fact that they have a superior goal difference. So Newcastle, Norwich. Newcastle swing a corner deep into the box, and it is poked back across the goal by Jamal Lascelles, but only for Norwich to hammer clear. So Jonathan Woodgate, former England defender on BBC 5 Live, says, "One, Watford are in transition. They need to go for the jugular because they can be aggressive and get in behind City with their pace. City are pushing high, and Ederson's starting position is really important." So there you have it, guys. The man has spoken, as they say. Jonathan Woodgate, I don't know if any of you remember him. He used to be a centre-half. He played for Leeds. He was very comfortable on the ball. In fact, he ended up playing. He did for a while as well at Real Madrid. So yeah, he was a good centre back in his day. So Norwich 0, Newcastle 0. A massive chance there, and Norwich nearly take the lead at Newcastle. Pierre-Lise Malloy does the hard work, driving past a couple of challenges before setting up Timo Pukki. He goes round the keeper, but wide before setting up Kieran Dowell to fire a first-time shot over the bar. If they've got chances like that, they need to be putting them away. They really do. They desperately need the points, Norwich. They really do. So anyway, let's go back to the chat and see what's going on in the chat. Craig Malloy says, Gabriel Jesus gives Man City the lead. We've spoken about that. Warren's team talk open top bus celebrations for fourth in the league. Yeah. Oh dear. I got the score right too, Warren. That's some points for me this week. Yeah, you've done well so far, Joanne. And McManus Sense says, true or false, the only thing that's progressed at Arsenal is Rob Holding's head transplant. Exactly, McManus. 100%. And Carl Walsh. Top man, Warren. Great stream. I was on with Del Boy. He does you alive. Great win today, pal. It was, mate. It was a good win. I always like beating United. I can't, not like that team at all. So, yeah, fantastic. I hope you went on and you had your say about it all, Carl. Yeah, so let me know when you get your channel up and running properly again, because I'm going to promote the hell out of it when you do that. And Jez Collins says, Carl Walsh, good to see you, mate. I love your passion for the club. Yeah, exactly, Jez, 100%. I love it too. You're superb, Carl. You speak from the heart and you say it how it is. There's no filter, and I absolutely love it. And Static says, Joanne Smith, yes. Oh my God, that bloody bus tour would be absolutely hilarious. Embarrassing, but funny, 100%. And the Blue Podcast gives 2 blue hearts. Thanks very much, Blue Podcast. Lovely to see you. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, please, everyone, make sure you put a like on the video. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I'd very much appreciate that. Don't forget, on Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, I'm going to be doing... I'm going to have a chat with Del Boy Gunner on my channel. We're going to talk about his life as a football fan, similar to what I did with Gracie-Mae earlier this week. So keep your eyes open for that, because it's going to be a really good one. I'm really looking forward to that, having a good old natter with Del Boy. So, yeah, Warren Nostradamus, I like that. I like that for before, laugh at that. Yeah, mate, Static, I'm going to call you Nostradamus from now on, mate. Warren, Arsenal conceded 39 goals last season. And how many have we conceded this year, did you say? I think you said 40, didn't you? And he's improved the defence. Fucking joke. Our supporters, they're embarrassing, man. And Craig Malloy says, Carl Walsh, big up. Absolutely. He's an absolute top man. Carl Walsh, big up, Jez. You're a legend, mate. Can't wait to have a chat with you, mate. You're a real one, and I love your content. Great win tonight. Great win today, beating the scum. Exactly, Carl. And I know that in Ireland, there's a lot of United fans, because I used to work for an Irish organisation, and the bloody company was infested with United fans. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's why that should be the case, but there is loads and loads of them in Ireland. That's what I know. I know there's loads of United, loads of Liverpool. I know that back in the day, Arsenal, I used to have a big fan base out there as well. And then obviously the 2 Glasgow clubs, Celtic and Rangers, have a lot of Irish support as well. And Carl Walsh says, big up, Craig Bud. And then Static says, Ryan, yes, 40 goals. He's 6 to defend. Laugh at that. Yeah, he's done a fantastic job. And there's been a goal. There's been a goal, guys. There we go. It's come at the Etihad Stadium, and it's Manchester City 2, Watford 0. And they're saying it's only a matter of time. And it looks like Gabriel Jesus has scored the goal. So let's go and check that out and see what we can find out about that goal. So Gabriel Jesus gets his second goal of the game now. And Gabriel Jesus, Manchester City, header from very close range to the bottom left corner, assisted by Kevin De Bruyne with a cross. There you go, see? That's what a proper assister does. Creates chances for players to score. Not like our one. Jesus. Anyway, so let's crack on. So, yeah, Manchester City 2, Watford 0. And, Manchester City are trucking on. 25 minutes gone now. It's Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0. Manchester City 0, Manchester City 2, Watford 0. And Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 0. And Norwich, Newcastle, Pierre-Lise Malloy is having a good game. He almost gets on the end of a lofted pass into the box, and then soon after almost finds Timo Pukki with a floated cross into the box. Yeah, so it looks like that Lise Malloy guy is running the show at the moment at Carrow Road. Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall is getting in space down the left with his cross. Doesn't pick up a teammate though. And Jonathan Woodgate says, I don't know how you're supposed to stop those balls in from Kevin De Bruyne. It's a wand of a right foot. That's true enough. The pace and the area, you can't look at your fullback, but what a ball. Sublime. It's difficult to find words for it. Yeah, there you go. The man has spoken. So let's see how we're doing. Jez says, Carl Walsh, cheers, man. Yes, we'll be having a chat real soon. Jez, I'm going to message you later, hopefully, because I want to try and sort out a date for you to come on my channel and have a chat about your life watching the Arsenal. It's something I want to do with loads of people. When being a football fan in general, Jez, as well, I want to get loads of people on to interview them and chat with them about their life as football supporters. I've even one of my best mate was an athlete. Oh, hold on. There's been a goal. People. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But here we go. And it's come at the Etihad. It's come at the Etihad, people, but it's not gone where we expected. It's now Manchester City 2, Watford 1. Watford have pulled a goal back, and it's gone to Hussein Kamara. So let's go and find out about that. See what's happened there. So Kamara scores in the 28th minute to give Watford some hope. Let's find out how that goal was scored if we can. Goal, Manchester City 2, Watford 1. Hassan Kamara, Watford left-footed shot from the left side of the box to the bottom right corner, and it was assisted by Emmanuel Dennis. So there you go. City have conceded, and it's now 2-1. Absolutely superb stuff. That sounds a really exciting game there. Let's see if we can get back to where we were. Anyway, let's put that on. Let's go there. And let's get back into this chat. Where were we? And then Carl says, thank you guys, much appreciated. I will certainly let you know, Warren, hopefully sorted this week. Yeah, please guys, keep your eyes open because Carl Walsh, he's on the verge of getting his YouTube channel up and running again and getting his content out there. And from what I saw about what he did about four years or so ago, it's going to be absolutely superb because the man just talks 100% facts, 100% truth, and he's full throttle with his passion and his drive for the club. So it's going to be wild, honestly. And don't you worry, mate. When you get it up and running, I will be really promoting it. So please, guys, keep your eyes open and let's give Carl a lot of love and support, please. Static Warren, it will be far nice for that win by the fans. Embarrassing laugh at that. Yeah, they'll be in Finsbury Park tonight having a massive fireworks display. Jess, you will not be able to get any sleep if you're still living in this Luton, that's for sure. There'll be people out dancing in the street, topless dancers and all sorts of nonsense going on. Craig Malloy says, Warren, would you take Jesus from City for 30 million? Do you know what? I think I would. But what the biggest piece of transfer business that Arsenal can do this summer is sack Arteta and get a new manager. There you go. That's my signing for the summer. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see that, and I'd like to see David Dean brought back. D. Healy says, hello, everyone. I'm off to the pub to celebrate. Yeah, get the red panties out, Maylee. Get the red panties out, mate. And get that champagne out. You go and enjoy yourself, buddy. And Jez Collins says, Warren, would love that, mate. Yeah, mate, I'd love to have you on my channel talking about your life, watching football. Probably not next week, but the week after. I really want to pin it down so we can get it penciled in and sorted out before you get snapped up by anyone else. Del Boy Gunner TV. What's the bleeding crack, everyone? D. Healy, I'm off to the pub too. I'll buy you a Guinness, mate. Have several Guinness. Well, my tipple is because I can't drink because of my medication. Please go and have a pint of blackcurrant and lemonade on me if you like that. But yeah, that's what I like. I love it, especially in the summer when it's hot. A few bits of ice in it as well. Really nice and refreshing. Not too much blackcurrant though, just a little dash just to give it a bit of flavour. It's blinding. Craig Malloy said, Del Boy, what's the bleeding story, fella? Big up. And Del Boy says, hi, Craig. And here we go. Static says, Warren, I have to go. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Well done, Arsenal. But Arteta must go ASAP. Yeah, get him out. This does not change anything. He's not going to win a title for Arsenal. We're not going anywhere with him. And I have to say, I heard what Jez said about him being the worst manager in his lifetime, and I agree. I've been watching Arsenal since '72, and every single manager we've had that I can remember since I started watching Arsenal, I'd take over him. All of them. I'd take Bruce Rioch, and there's been another goal. There's been another goal, people. And it's come at the Etihad, another goal at the Etihad, and it's raining goals. It's Manchester City 3, Watford 1, and let's go and find out what's gone on there. So the Manchester City faithful and the Watford faithful are certainly getting their money's worth today. So, goal, Manchester City 3, Watford 1. Rodri, Manchester City, right-footed shot from outside of the box to the top left corner, and it was assisted by Gabriel Jesus. So, there you go. Rodri puts Manchester City 3-1 up now. So, let's get back to where we were. So Manchester City 3, Watford 1. It's Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0, and there's been a goal at Carrow Road as well. So let's go and find out what's happened there at Carrow Road. So it's Norwich City 0, Newcastle 1. It's the big man. Joel Linton gives Newcastle United the lead at Carrow Road. It's Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 1. So let's go and find out about that one. And Joel Wellington, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the high centre of the goal, and it was assisted by Alan St. Maximin. But hold on, VAR is checking the goal. It might be chalked off. So VAR decision, goal, Newcastle United 0. Norwich City 0. Newcastle 1. So the goal's now been confirmed. So there we have it. Newcastle 1-0 up at Norwich. So there we go. And apparently the VAR check was checking to see if Joel Linton was offside on the left. And then there's nearly another goal. The Etihad should have been 4-1. Gabriel Jesus pulls it back to Raheem Sterling, but he fires it over the bar. And that was a glorious chance for Manchester City. But it stays at 3-1. And there's 37 minutes gone. 38 minutes gone now. It's Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0. It's Manchester City 3, Watford 1. And it's Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 1. Rachel Brown Finns, ex-England goalkeeper, on Final Score says Man City are some of the best players in the world, but you add into that the fact that they work for each other in unison. Individually, you get 10 out of 10 for work rate. Put those together, and that's why they are arguably the best team in the world. It's going to go right to the wire with Liverpool. Yeah, I think she's right. I think it will. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not decided in the last day of the season. So let's see. It's Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0. Looked like a really nasty fall, but thankfully Kaglar Soyuncu is absolutely fine. He comes running back on, and we're good to go again. So let's go back to the chat. Yeah, so thanks very much for coming in, Static. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Take care, buddy. And Delboy says, see you, Static. And Delboy, who's Static? You had the fuel, man. Oh, he's been on the sauce already, definitely. And Static says, Delboy, sorry, you need the fuel for today. Laugh out loud. And Delboy Gunner TV says, sorry, man. And Static saying, I'm kidding, it's fine, take care. And Jez says they will be getting the bunting out as we speak and be up at the town hall. They'll be up at the town hall. They'll be in Finsbury Park. They'll be down Avenue Road, Gillespie Road. They'll be all over the shop, mate. Don't worry about that. And there's been another goal. And it's come again at Carrow Road. Oh, my goodness me. And it's not good news for Norwich. It looks like Joel Linton's been at it again. So it looks like it's Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 2. Let's go and check out what's happened there. Right, so goal, Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 2. Joel Linton, Newcastle United, left-footed shot from the left side of the 6-yard box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Jacob Murphy. There you go. So Newcastle 2-0 up now at Norwich. In the way they've been playing of late, you can't really see them losing that game. And that's one of the teams that Arsenal, I believe, have to play between now and the end of the season. So that is going to be a difficult game. And I'm not quite sure where that game's going to be played. But it's going to be a hard game for Arsenal, that's for sure. Because they've been playing really well of late. Right, so let's go back to the chat. And Tatic says, hey, Jez, the trifle will be supplied too. There'll be trifle, there will be Christmas crackers, there'll be party poppers, there'll be streamers, there'll be bunting, there'll be open top bus tours, there'll be bouncy castle, there'll be face painting, kids entertainers, dogs jumping through burning hoops, all sorts of mayhem will be going on, mate. Sound systems erected. It will be the party to end all parties, mate. Let me tell you. And Del Boy says, right, I'm at the pub. I'll try to get the barman to put this show up on the big screen. Take care, Warren and everyone. Oh my God, me being broadcast live in a pub in Dublin. That sounds superb. Yeah, get it on, Del Boy. Tell them where they can find me as well. I want all those punters in the pub subscribing. Make the landlord say to them, if you want to buy a pint, you have to subscribe to Warren Team Talk channel and Del Boy Gunner. You have to prove it at the bar by showing your phone that you subscribed to their channels before I let you buy a pint. That would be wild. And Static says, Warren, I'm off now. Take care. Have a great show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Static. Mate, listen, I will never, ever stop trying to get this club to raise its standards. I won't. I'm never going to stop. I want what's best for the club, not what's best for the manager. That's it. End of story. But thank you, Static, and I hope you have a great rest of the day and enjoy your weekend. Take care, buddy. Nice to see you. So let's see what's going on. Get this thing to do what I want it to. It'd be helpful, wouldn't it? So Norwich 0, Newcastle United 2. Should it be 3-0? Matt targets low cross is pushed away by Tim Krul, and Sean Longstaff fires well over the bar. Norwich have had no answer to falling behind. The fight is completely drained away. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. Looks like they might have given up. Alan Shearer, he's Brazilian. He only costs 40 million. Oh God, Alan Shearer's at it by the looks of it on Twitter. Norwich City 0, Newcastle 2. Only cost 40 million. Someone says. Oh well, there you go. Anyway, so it's coming up to half time. And it's Leicester City 0, Aston Villa 0. It's Manchester City 3, Watford 1. And it's Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 2. There you go, folks. And it's been an amazing half. It's gone really quickly. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I only started this stream about 5 minutes ago. Close. So Leicester... Aston Villa 0. Ooh, not a bad effort this from James Maddison. He whips in a free kick over the wall with pace and it's inches wide of the left post. And Manchester City 3, Watford 1. Gabriel Jesus slides it through to Raheem Sterling. He's about to shoot before it's taken off him in the box. Watford to try and break it. Watford tried to break and it's almost comes to Ismail Assar, but City get numbers back in time. Leon Bailey fizzes it in low from the right and Philippe Coutinho swipes a leg at it, but it's nicked off his toe. So there you go. There you go. And it's half time at the Etihad. It's ended at half time. Manchester City 3, Watford 1. It's also half time break at Carrow Road, and it's currently Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 2. And it's also half time at Leicester, and it's Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0. So let's go round the grounds and see what the stats are telling us. Gonna do that? Right. Okay, here we go. So here we go. So look at this. Leicester City have had 67% possession. They've had 2 shots, one of which is on target. They've won 4 corners and committed 6 fouls. Aston Villa, on the other hand, have had 3 shots, one of which has been on target. They've had 1 corner and committed 9 fouls. So let's go here. Manchester City and Watford. So currently Manchester City 3, Watford 1. Thanks to 2 goals from Gabriel Jesus and 1 from Rodri, and Kamara pulled 1 back for Watford. And the match stats for this one so far: Manchester City, unsurprisingly, have had 72% possession. Watford have had 28%. Manchester City have had 11 shots, 5 on target. Watford have had 2 shots, 1 on target. Manchester City have had 7 corners and Watford have had 2. And Man City have had committed 4 fouls, and Watford have committed 5. So there you go. Let's look at this one. Norwich and Watford. Sorry, Norwich and Newcastle. And it's Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 2 at half time. 2 goals in 6 minutes from Joel Linton have given Newcastle United a 2-goal lead, and assists in that game have come from St. Maximin and Murphy. Let's see what the match stats are telling us. So far, Norwich City have had 44% possession. They've had 2 shots, neither of which were on target. They've won 1 corner and they've committed 3 fouls. Newcastle, on the other hand, have had 56% possession. They've had 6 shots, 2 of which are on target. They've won 2 corners and had 7 fouls. So there you go. That's the situation in the halftime scores in the FA Premier League. Let's go around and see if we can find what's going on around the rest of the country. So, right, here we go. So, in the Scottish Premiership, it finished Motherwell 1, Rangers 3. Half-time, it's Aberdeen 0, Livingstone 1. And Aberdeen's Petrid season continues. It's Dundee 1, St Johnstone 0. And it's St Mirren 0, Hibernian 0. In the Championship, it ended earlier today. Luton Town 1, Blackpool 1. And currently, it's at half-time. It's Birmingham City 0, Millwall 0. AFC Bournemouth 0, Fulham 0. It's Derby County 0, Bristol City 2. It's Hull City 1, Reading 0. Peterborough United 0, Nottingham Forest 1. It's Sheffield United 0, Cardiff City 0. Stoke City 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Swansea City 0, Middlesbrough 0. And West Bromwich Albion 0. West Bromwich Albion 0, Coventry City 0. And in the FA Women's Super League, it's currently Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Birmingham City Women 3. And in League 1, it's Accrington Stanley 1, Lincoln City 0. Oldham Athletic 0, Shrewsbury Town 0. Cheltenham Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 0. Crewe Alexandra 0, Ipswich Town 1. Doncaster Rovers 1, Burton Albion 0. Fleetwood Town 0, AFC Wimbledon 1. Milton Keynes Dons 1. Morecambe 0. Portsmouth 2. Gillingham 1. Rotherham United 1. Oxford United 1. Sunderland 3. Cambridge United 1. Wigan Athletic 0. Plymouth Argyle 0. Wycombe Wanderers 0. Sheffield Wednesday 0. And in League 2, it's Barrow 0. Sutton United 0. Bradford City 2. Scunthorpe United 1. Bristol Rovers 0. Forest Green Rovers 0. Exeter City 1. Rochdale 0. Harrogate Town 2. Carlisle United 0. Hartlepool United 0. Swindon Town 1. Leyton Orient 1. Northampton Town 4. Mansfield Town 1. Crawley Town 0. Oldham Athletic 1. Salford City 2. Stevenage 1. Tranmere Rovers 0. And finally, Walsall 0. Port Vale 0. See if there's any standout scores here. And there you go. Look, Dan, our friend Dan Evans, Stockport County are losing 1-0. Our friend Dan Evans and Sid, Stockport County, they're losing 1-0 at Yeovil. That's some old journey to go from Stockport County to Yeovil. Bloody hell, that is some trip. That must have taken hours. Look, big derby there in Kent. Tunbridge Angels 0, Ebbsfleet United 1. And Welling 0, Havant and Waterlooville 1. There. So there you go. We're up to date with all the big scores around the country. So let's go back here, see what's going on. And it's still half time. So during the half-time break, let's go and see what's going on in the chat. So Joanne says, hurrah, last room to clean. Been at it all day. Oh, bless you, Joanne. Put your feet up and have a rest. Surely you can do that one tomorrow, can't you? So what does everyone think? What do you think the scores, the final scores are going to be in our games? I mean, to me, it looks like two of the games are sort of cut and dried now, really, unless there's some major mayhem. You'd see City going on to win comfortably. I can't see them losing that now, not after being 3-1 up. And the same with Norwich and Newcastle. You'd have to say that probably Newcastle got the points in the bag unless something crazy happens. But what about Leicester and Aston Villa? Sounds like it could be a bit mad, that one. Very uncertain about what's going to happen there. And also the big question, what do you think is going to happen at Brentford and Tottenham? Right, so 3 questions. What do you think are going to be the final score in today's 3 games? 3 o'clock kickoffs. Leicester against Aston Villa, Manchester City and Watford, and Norwich City and Newcastle United. And also, what do you think is going to happen? What's your predictions for Brentford against Tottenham Hotspur? And where do you think Arsenal are going to end up finishing in the league? Put it in the comments in the chat. Let's have a chat about it. All right. Or if there's anything you want to ask me about anything at all, just feel free to stick it in the chat, and I'll try and answer it for you. So yeah, there you go. I've opened up the floodgates, people. So don't be abusive. I know you wouldn't. I'm just joking. All right. So, like I say, you can ask me anything you want, and I'll be happy to try and answer it. All right. And you can ask me about, I don't know, Arsenal. Ask me questions about what Delby, me, Jez, and Manny spoke about last night, if you want, about the 79-80 season, or about any other season from Arsenal. Now, someone asked me last night, I can't remember who it was, but someone asked me what game had the most, what Arsenal-Chelsea game had the most sending offs that I can remember from watching Arsenal. And I think it was the Arsene Wenger's 1000th game. I think we had 2 players sent off it eventually in that game. And the referees, the first one, I think I'm right in saying he sent off the wrong player. He meant to send off one Arsenal player and he got confused, and it was a case of mistaken identity, and he sent the wrong one off. Well, that just sums up referees in this country, to be quite honest. There is, I've got a notification on my phone from One Football, and talking about Saka's injury. So let's see what that's all about. Bukayo Saka injury update. Bukayo Saka came off injured as Arsenal beat Manchester United on Saturday afternoon. So what's the latest on the problem? The sour note of Arsenal's 3-1 win over Manchester United at the Emirates in the Premier League on Saturday was watching Bukayo Saka leave the pitch after 74 minutes as he complained of a thigh problem. The winger had once again endured a number of kickings during the game with little protection from another ref. Had went into the game with a bit of a problem, and it looked as if he had picked up a thigh strain. After the game, Mikel Arteta said, "We have 4 or 5 players with difficulties at the start of the match. Saka was one of them. Ben White was another one. And we had Granit Xhaka with an issue with his eye as well. Eddie Nketiah hasn't played any minutes, and 3 days later he needs to play. Thankfully, it doesn't seem if Saka's injury is too serious, more a knock than a strain that could rule him out for weeks. Should that change, we will update." Arsenal's win took them above Tottenham before their game against Brentford on Saturday evening, and next up for the Gunners is a tough trip to West Ham. So there you go. That's it. So it looks like it was a just a minor knock. So that's good news for Arsenal. And yeah, let's see. Let's see how that all pans out. So it looks like the game at Norwich is re-kicked off at the start of the second half. And as it stands, City have just got a 4-point lead over Liverpool at the top of the table. Jurgen Klopp's side take on rivals Everton tomorrow at 4:30. Yeah, that's going to be a massive game, isn't it? The game in the Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. What do you think is going to happen with that one as well? Let me know what you think. So here we go. Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 2. Norwich boss Dean Smith said before this game, it's a must-win. If Norwich were to somehow scramble to safety. Norwich boss Dean Smith said before this game it was must-win if Norwich want somehow to scramble to safety. Oh, I get it now. So the Leicester Aston Villa game has kicked off again. And so 2 of the 3 games are back underway. So let's go back into the chat. Right, so that's all quiet at the moment. Let's see. So all the games are now back underway. Leicester Aston Villa game is back underway as well. Almost a perfect start for Villa. Ollie Watkins cuts in off the left, dribbles past one, then 2 defenders before tripping under pressure from Kaglar Soyuncu in the box, and it unbalances him as he's about to shoot. So, and there's a penalty at the Etihad. A penalty. It's a mistake by Hassan Kamara. Gabriel Jesus robs it off him in the box, and Ben Foster has to come out and bring him down. So here we go. There might be another goal coming at the Etihad. Looks like Manchester City have got a penalty. So let's see what happens there. The drama is still unfolding at the Etihad. It's non-stop, isn't it? And here we go. And there's a goal. There is a goal. And there's a goal, and it's come at Carrow Road. And it's now Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. And this goal has come from Gamage, Rodriguez, Mora, and the 49th minute, and to make it Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3, and I think that's good night, Norwich. So let's see how that goal was scored. Goal, Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. Bruno Gamage, Newcastle, takes a right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal. So that puts Newcastle United 3-0 up at Norwich. And that's, I have to say, I think that's curtains. I really do. It has to be. Surely Norwich ain't going to come back from that. And there you go. There you go. It's Manchester City 4, Watford won, and Jesus scores the penalty in the 49th minute to give City a 4-1 lead, and that's it. If Watford come back from this, it will be the biggest comeback in, well, history of comebacks. It will be an absolute madness. But there you go. So, yeah, so there you go. Look, Gabriel Jesus, Manchester City, converts the penalty with a right-footed shot to the bottom left corner. So, Manchester City 4, Watford 1. And surely now that's the point saved. And Pep will be happy about that. He'll be able to take some players off, surely, rest them for their big match in a week. I think Champions League games are in the week. Let's have a quick look. Because I think they've got Champions League game against Real Madrid in the week. Yeah, there you go. Manchester City are playing Real Madrid on Tuesday. Wednesday is Liverpool against Unai Emery's Villarreal. Villarreal. There you go. That's and there'll be plenty of good evening. Bless him. I'm still really salty about the fact that he got the sack. I really am, because I think he was treated disgustingly by Arsenal. And the more I think about it, the more I think that they sacked him, because they probably got advised, look, if you keep him on, he'll make Arsenal successful. Because I'm telling you, I know people ain't going to want to hear this, but I do not believe that the owners of this club want Arsenal to be successful. I just do not believe it. I don't. And I think they're as big a problem as what Arteta is. The whole lot of them. Vinay, Edu, Garlic, Richard Garlic, and Edu. The whole lot of them need to go. We will not win a title with these Muppets in charge. We won't. It's never going to happen. Anyway, enough of my little mini rant, and let's get on with the show. And it says the VAR team are having to relay messages by phone to the Premier League official because the referee on the pitch still can't hear them. Had not a great time for the communication system to go down. No, it is not. That is absolutely shocking. It's shocking. These are the sorts of things that this just shouldn't be happening. It's crazy. And then they wonder why people get the ump with VAR when you get things like this going on. It's just ridiculous. What are they doing? What's the Premier League official doing at the game? Is he writing down scribbled notes and then running onto the pitch with them? So there's been another goal. So it's Manchester City 5, Watford 1. There you go. Man City have got a fifth. And Gabriel Jesus has scored again. Dear me. The guy's gone crazy. He's now got 4 goals this afternoon for Manchester City. So let's see if we can find out what happened there. Goal, Manchester City 5, Manchester City 5, Watford 1. Gabriel Jesus, Manchester City, right-footed shot from the centre of the box to the bottom right corner, assisted by Kevin De Bruyne. So, to me, it sounds like De Bruyne's had a busy afternoon. He's assisted with 2. Jesus has assisted with 1. Jesus has scored 4. Rodri has scored 1. And Zinchenko has assisted with 1. It's absolute madness. They're 5-1 up, and there's only 55 minutes gone. So there's still 35 minutes to go. How many do you think City are going to score, people? What do you reckon the score's going to be in this game? It's an absolute madness. D Arsenal 49. I think Arteta has had some bad moments for sure, but I think after the last 2 games, he definitely deserves credit. Well, if that's your opinion, that's up to you, mate. It's not my opinion. But thank you very much for your comment. What about all the other games before? The game against Southampton, the game against Brighton, the game against who else was it? The game against Brighton, the game against Southampton, and the 3 games before the Chelsea and Manchester United game, and then the games at Everton, the games at Brentford, the games at Manchester United at Old Trafford. I'm sorry, but he's not good enough and needs to go. His man management skills are absolutely atrocious. But like I said, that's your opinion, mate, fair play to you, but it's not mine. But fair play to you. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for your comment. So let's move on. So with 57 minutes gone, it's still Leicester City 0, Aston Villa 0, Manchester City 5, Watford 1, Norwich City 0, Aston Villa 3. So there's still a good half an hour, 35 minutes to go in most of these games. And but 2 of them look like they're dead and buried to me. But the Leicester Aston Villa game, that looks like it could be still up for grabs. So let's go around the games and see what's going on. See if we can find out what's what. So Leicester against Aston Villa. Leicester have had 65% possession. Aston Villa have had 35%. Leicester have had 2 shots. Villa have had 7. Leicester have had 1 shot on target. Villa have had 2. Leicester have had 4 corners, and Aston Villa have had 4. And Leicester have committed 8 fouls, and Aston Villa have committed 11. So there you go. looks like Leicester have had a lot more possession than Villa, but seems that, to me, looking at that Villa have been far more efficient with their possession. So, interesting. Very interesting. Let's go to the Etihad and see what's going on there. Looks like it's a bit one-sided, that one, that's for sure. So it's Manchester City, 74% possession, Watford 26%. Man City have had 13 shots, Watford have had 2. Jesus. And I'm sorry, any Watford fan, I'm not laughing at your team. I'm not. I'm just laughing at the disparity between the two stats, because that's crazy. It reminds me of what happened to my club at the Etihad this season. We lost 5-0 to Manchester City. In all honesty, it could have been 8, 9, 10. It could easily have been. So, no, I'm not laughing at your team. I'm not, honestly. I'm just laughing at the difference between the stats. Manchester City have had 7 shots on target. Watford have had 1. Man City have had 9 corners, and Watford have had 2. And Manchester City have made 5 fouls, and Watford have made 6. So there you go. Yeah, looks like Man City are absolutely battering Watford still. I wouldn't be surprised if there's not some substitutions. Let's see what's going on with that anyway. Let's see if it's updated anything. Yeah, so City have taken off De Bruyne and brought on Gundogan a few minutes ago. Watford, they made any substitutions? No. So Uncle Roy is still persisting with the same lineup and starting 11. And Pep is taken off De Bruyne. He's obviously thinking about the game in midweek against Real Madrid, trying to rest key players. So there you go. Let's see. So Man City's key man today, their top performer, according to these ratings. Well, no surprises there. It looks like, it's Gabriel Jesus. He's got an average rating from the public of 7.78. Let's see what they're saying about the Watford team. Looks like it might be Ben Foster, which tells you all you really need to know, really. Ben Foster's got an average rating of 6.9. It's voted for by the public. Let's go to Carrow Road now and see what's going on down there. So Carrow Road is currently Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. Goals from Joel Linton, who scored 2, and Garage for Newcastle, put them 3-0 up at Carrow Road. And let's see if there's been any substitutions or anything like that yet. So Norwich have made 2 substitutions. Max Aarons has come on for Zimmerman in the 58th minute. And looks like it was a double substitution, actually, because Rowe also came on and he replaced Norman. And what about Newcastle? No. But they've picked up 2 bookings. Look at that. St. Maximin and Garage both picked up bookings. And let's see. let's see what the public are saying about the star performers. So for Norwich, yeah, it's Pookie. He's got an average rating of 5.49. And let's see what they're saying about Newcastle. Gamage is on 8.69. But yeah, the star performer at the moment for Newcastle is Joel Linton with 8.84. And the match stats for this one, Norwich have had 45% possession, Newcastle have had 55. Norwich have had 4 shots, Newcastle have had 10. Norwich have had 1 shot on target, and Newcastle United have had 5. Norwich have won 1 corner, and Newcastle won 3. And Norwich have committed 5 fouls, and Newcastle have committed 9. So there you go. There you have it. And that's where we are. So far, with 67 minutes, 68 minutes gone, it's Leicester City 0, Aston Villa 0, Manchester City 5, Watford 1, and Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. So Jamie Vardy is getting ready to come on for Leicester. Can he get the winner? That's the question. If he comes on, what do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon he's going to score? I'm telling you, I can feel it in my water. He's going to grab the winner in the last minute for Leicester. I bet you he will come on and score. There you go. And looks like, Joel Linton has gone off for Newcastle. There'll be no hat-trick for Joel Linton this afternoon. He's subbed off after taking a knock on the ankle. And on comes Miguel Almiron. So there you go. And it's Norwich City 0, Newcastle 3. I don't think the Norwich fans have made a peep this half. There is a resignation. There is a resignation around the place, except in the away section. That is, the Newcastle fans haven't stopped singing from the moment Joel Linton opened the scoring. Yeah, but they don't. Their fans are absolutely relentless. They just don't stop. I've been at St James's Park and seen them. I remember going to see Newcastle play Middlesbrough with my neighbours, and Newcastle won the game 3-1 up, but Middlesbrough took the lead. And when Newcastle equalised, the whole ground just erupted. The parts of the ground where the Newcastle fans were. There's just one little corner where the Middlesbrough fans were. Didn't, obviously. But the rest of them, they just went absolutely ballistic, and the noise was off the scale. It really was. So let's get back into the chat. The Arsenal says, and we destroyed Chelsea, who not long ago won the UCL, which we want to win ourselves. That's true, but Newcastle, don't forget Chelsea had a weakened team, and why couldn't we do that against the three teams we played prior to playing Chelsea? And all the other teams that we've lost against this season. And Joanne Smith says, oh, yes, Coffee Roy. Exactly. Uncle Roy from Croydon. Back again. Hi, everyone, says Taib. Hi, Taib. How are you? Warren Taib says, Warren, look at our fan base. It's infested with clowns. Laugh. Now, yes, mate, and they get everywhere, don't they? They get everywhere, and wherever they go, they talk absolute shit. And it's true. They talk shit everywhere they go. Arsenal fans talk shit everywhere they go. And, oh, we missed this. It's Gracie-Mae's in the chat. Good afternoon, Gracie. I hope you're well. Lovely to see you. And JS, look how far we are in front of United. They're rebuilding now, and we've been doing it for 3 seasons. Now we're beating UCL winners, and United are our biggest rivals. Yeah. And yeah, some teams, it takes them a week in order to find a style of play, and we're still waiting. Joanne Smith says, Man City 8-1 it will be. I wouldn't put it past it, yeah. Arsenal have been on, Arsenal 49 says, Arsenal have been on the journey with highs and lows for the last 3 seasons with Arteta. But now we are many steps in front of United, who are rivals and still massive. Right. Okay, so you're saying that we've had lots of highs and lows. You mind telling me what these highs are, apart from the FA Cup win? So what are these highs? Because I don't remember any highs. It's just been one absolute unmitigated disaster from the moment he's come in until today. We've gone backwards, mate. And D Arsenal says, we destroyed Chelsea, who not long ago won the UCL, which we want to win ourselves. Yeah, and let's not forget, that is true. We did destroy Chelsea. They played a weakened team. They have nothing to play for. They're comfortably in 3rd place. It wouldn't have mattered if they'd won or lost that game against Arsenal. Let's not forget that. It just wouldn't. So I don't know what point you're trying to make. Joanne Smith says, oh, yes, Coffee Roy. Yes. And Ty says, you're absolutely spot on, mate. And D Arsenal 49, I think there's a difference between clowns and jumping on a negative agenda. What's that? The negative agenda, which is holding this club back because of the fact that they're accepting mediocrity. Is that the negative agenda? And yeah, by the way, agenda is something you use in a meeting in the workplace to determine what you're going to talk about in the meeting. So I don't know. You seem to be a bit confused with your grammar, mate. D Arsenal, I just want the Warrenator to be happy. I'm absolutely fine, mate. I'm fine. Thanks, D Arsenal 49. I'm absolutely fine. I've got lots of other things to think about other than just Arsenal Football Club. Taib Hussain says, Warren, one thing we must contemplate on is did David Dean and Wenger and all the others that sold their shares to Kroenke didn't give a crap about the Arsenal. I think possibly Wenger, but I don't believe that David Dean doesn't give a crap about Arsenal. I just don't believe that. But what I think is that they got hoodwinked by Kroenke. That's what I think. And I have to say, I'm so grateful that they didn't sell their shares to Usmanov, because we would have been going through all that crap that Chelsea went through, not being able to sell anything, not being able to raise revenue, because he would have been sanctioned by the government, and that would have meant we would have had the same situation. So I'm glad, but I want different owners, because the owners of this club are the big. There's three big problems. There's several big problems in this club, and they are the owners: Vinay, Edu, Richard Garlick, Mikel Arteta, and the supporters. The hyena brigade, as I'm going to call them. Arsenal 49 says, I want you to be happy when Arsenal are beating these teams. Mate, who said I'm not happy? I'm absolutely over the moon we beat United. I don't like United. So let's get back into it. So there is 15 minutes to go. It's Leicester City 0, Aston Villa 0, Man City 5, Watford 1, and it's Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. And Joe Willock has been at it. Joe Willock, people, he's got a mention. Joe Willock tries to get in on the fun, but his toe-poked effort towards the bottom corner is saved by Tim Krul. So Newcastle nearly had a sick there. Newcastle, nearly had a fourth at Carrow Road. It's Villa's turn to press now. The substitutions have changed the dynamic of the game a little. So looks like Leicester are sort of on the front foot at Leicester now, at the King Power. And Norwich 0, Newcastle 3. A few shirts are off in the away end and loving life, the Geordies. That's what they do best. Whip off their shirts, jump up and down and wave their shirts in the air. And you watch them go next season, people. That'd be another team to add to the list that we're not able to get the better of. So here we go. It's Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0, Manchester City 5, Watford 1, Norwich 0, Newcastle United 3. So let's see what it's doing for the table. So currently Arsenal are up into fourth after our win today against Manchester United. We're 2 points behind Chelsea, who have 2 games in hand. So if they win those games in hand, they'll be 8 points clear of us. And like I said, comfortably in third place. Newcastle are currently in 9th. That is incredible. When you think how far that they were in the bottom 3 and looked like they were doomed to go down at one point, they're now 9th in the table. That's crazy. They're 6 points behind Wolves, though, and Wolves have 2 games in hand on them. So yeah. So Watford are now 6 points behind Burnley, and Norwich are 7 points behind Burnley. Watford are 7 points behind Everton, and so they're 7 points from safety, and Norwich are 8 points from safety. And they have both of them have far inferior goal difference, so you can add another point onto that. So there's been a substitution at Leicester. Harvey Barnes has come on for Ademola and Lookman. Both teams are going for it. So yeah, it looks like both teams are desperately trying to get the winner in the last 10-12 minutes of the game. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Manchester City 5, Watford 1. This is very much a Sunday League kickabout for City now. Blow the whistle, referee. Yeah, if it was a boxing match, it would have been stopped, wouldn't it? That's for sure. And what's Taib saying? Warren, I remember, says Taib, when players used to care when they used to lose games. We don't get that very often these days, do we? No, we don't, mate. Well said, Taib. And D Arsenal 49 says that Chelsea team wasn't incredibly weak. It still had places like Mount, Werner, Rudiger, etc. Whilst we had bloody Eddie and Nketiah and Tavares. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look at the Chelsea lineup. So there you go. So where's this Rudiger guy that you're talking about? It's not there, is he? Jesus Christ, these people. So they had Mount, Lukaku and Werner. And like I said, they're comfortably in third place and nothing really to play for. And he, for God knows what reason, he rested loads of players. And the motivation wasn't there for Chelsea. I'm telling you that now. But anyway, enough of that nonsense and back on with the show. And here we go. A big chance for Jean Pedro and Watford. A free kick is called in towards the back post, but Pedro nods it wide from a few yards out. He has to hit the target. Absolutely. So, and Joanne Smith, can you get personalised bunting? I'm sure you can, darling. If you go to the right place, I'm sure you can get it. What do you want to put on it? That's what I want to know. And Jess Collins says, just going to do player ratings for Kenny and Lee. Okay, Jess, take care, mate. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll be watching that later. See what you said. Be very interested to hear what you guys come out with. Yeah, so I'll message you later, Jess, and see if we can get something sorted out. And we're on top class. Carl says, top class today, mate. You're a pure natural man. I'm loving your show, pal. You have made my Saturday afternoon. Big up, fella. Thank you very, very much, Carl. And that comment there is the comment of the day. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, fella. I'm telling you, I can't wait for me and you to have a chat. So we'll have a chat, and that should be interesting. Taib says, "Hi, Carl. How you doing?" And Giant Smith says, "They just care about their wages." Yeah, I know. And Carl says, "Jez, I'm going to tune in." Fair play, Carl. And JS says, "I know you sit down on a Sunday afternoon watching Emmerdale with custard cream and a cup of tea singing We Got Super." JS, that is hilarious. Mate, that is absolutely hilarious. I know you sit down on a Sunday afternoon watching Emmerdale with a custard cream and a cup of tea singing We Got Super Mick Arteta. Listen, right, let's start with the Emmerdale bit, right? There was, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but there was a character on there who had a woolly hat. I can't remember the guy's name. He was like, he was off the scale, right? And I haven't watched, I've never really used to watch Emmerdale. I think I've watched it about 4 times, but I remember there was this character with a woolly hat, and God, what was his name? Let me see if I can get Google to tell me what his name was. Oh, I'm just looking, guys. I'll be back with you in a second. I'm still looking, people. Sorry about this. Benny, that was it. Was it Benny? I think it was Benny. Yeah, I'm sure it was Benny was his name. Yeah, I think he was called Benny. Absolute madness. And D Arsenal 49. It's all good to have different opinions. It's interesting. Yeah, it is. I don't mind at all. It's fine as long as people are respectful with it. What I get the ump about is when people are, one, either they're disrespectful, or two, they're not real. They don't voice their truth. If that's your opinion, that is absolutely fine. What I don't like is when people are dishonest and false with it. I can't take it. I'm not going to accept that. There are people out, and I'm telling you, there are people out there who care more about this manager than they do about the club, and that gives me the raving ump. I'm sorry, but it does. And Carl says, "Hi, Taib. How are you, my friend?" Carl, that fella, I don't know if you've seen his jokes, but he's absolutely hilarious. Joanne Smith, Seth is it? It's Benny. I'm sure it's Benny, the guy with the woolly hat. That makes sense. Sam, possibly, I don't know. There was a fella. He used to come on, and he had a woolly hat. And Joanne Smith set off. I ain't got a clue because I hardly ever watched it, but I just remember there was this fella, and he had a woolly hat. And McManus senses Mr. Wilkes. Oh my God. And I'm hoping that the right can of worms here. That was Crossroads, says McManus sense. See, that was another one I never used to watch. And that's Crossroads, laugh out loud. Benny Green, hello, Miss Diane. That's the one. That is the fella. McManus sense. I mean, you're staying on for the. Are you staying on for the Spuds game? Unfortunately, I can't, mate, because I've got things I need to do. But yeah, I don't want to. If they win, I will get them raving up. So, the Arsenal 49. Dyche getting sacked was like Phil leaving EastEnders. It's not right, is it? It ain't. It's just not right. Joanne Smith says, I know my soaps, laugh out loud. Exactly. You do, don't you, Joanne? You certainly do. Right, let's get back into this game. And into the dying minutes of the games now. It's Leicester 0, Aston Villa 0, Manchester City 5, Watford 1, Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. And 7 minutes have been added on at Leicester. There's a scramble in the box as Villa cross it in from the right. A few penalty appeals, but nothing is given. Ollie Watkins then tries to chop back onto his left foot, but loses possession. So there you go. So Norwich are losing 3-0 at home to Newcastle. Man City are 5-1 up at home to Watford. And Leicester are drawing 0-0 at home to Aston Villa. So there you go, folks. And some guy by the name of Benjamin, Newcastle still being mathematically at least in with a shout of European football at this stage of the season, considering how it was going early on. It is astounding. What a turnaround. 100%, I completely agree with that. And Man City 5, Watford 1. João Pedro gives it away. Gabriel Jesus breaks through the middle for City, but Musa Sissoko sprints back and puts in an excellent tackle. Full time. It's ended at Carrow Road. It's ended Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. An utterly one-sided encounter settled by two Brazilians. Yo Linton bagged 2 goals, with Bruno Guimaraes scoring the third. Newcastle are amazingly up to 9th in the table, and Norwich are heading down to the Championship. Yeah, I can't say I disagree with that, to be honest. And it's finished at the Etihad as well. It's ended Manchester City 5, Watford 1. So let's quickly go and revise ourselves on that one. Manchester City 5, Watford 1. Gabriel Jesus with 4 goals in the 4th, 23rd, 49th and 53rd minutes. The goal in the 49th minute was a penalty, and Rodri added 1 as well in the 34th minute. And to make it Manchester City 5, Watford 1. And Watford's lone reply came from Kamara in the 28th minute. Half time it was 3-1, and then the goals were assisted by Zinchenko. De Bruyne got 2 assists, and Gabriel Jesus. Yeah, so there you go. And Watford's goal was assisted by Emmanuel Dennis. So there you have it. So let's get back in the chat, see what people are saying. And McManus says it's a joke that Dyche got sacked, considering he never had the money to do anything at Burnley. He did a fantastic job, and they reward him by sacking him. Yeah, and to me, it just tells me that they confirmed their relegation to the Championship. I know they won the other night, but I think they're going down. I really do. I just don't think they're going to survive. So I just think that the owners or the board at Burnley panicked, and that's why they pulled the plug on him. I just think it's disgusting. D Arsenal, could you potentially argue Dyche was like Wenger? I sense they both never got backed by the board. However, they did wonders. It's a good point, but I don't think it's necessarily the case that Wenger didn't get backed. I think Sean Dyche is a very underrated manager, but I just don't understand what Burnley were expecting with that squad of players they had, to be quite frank. And the first 10 years, I think Wenger was absolutely superb as a manager. But as time wore on, it became quite apparent that it's true, he was charged with ensuring that Arsenal made a £35 million a year profit, and that's all he was interested in doing. I think he had a defeatist attitude in as far as that he felt he couldn't compete with Manchester City and Chelsea. I don't necessarily agree with that. But yeah, so that's what I think about that. I'm not sure that I've really answered your question, mate, to be honest, though, but that's what I think. So whether he actually, the crux of the thing is whether, in fact, I do think he would have got the backing if he'd asked for it. And I remember him saying on several occasions, what would you do if they gave you X million pounds to spend? And he'd say, I'd give it back to them. So that tells you all you need to know. And it's finished at Leicester by the looks of it. It's finished Leicester City 0, Aston Villa 0. So the scores in today's Premier League 3 p.m. kickoffs are Leicester City 0, Aston Villa 0, Manchester City 5, Watford 1, Norwich City 0, Newcastle United 3. There is a game, a very important game for both Arsenal and Tottenham and Manchester United. Brentford against Tottenham, 5:30 at the Brentford Community Stadium. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Earlier today, as we all know, the mighty Reds, the rip-roaring Reds, beat Manchester United by 3-1. So there you go. Let's have a look at the Premier League table and see what that's showing us. So there you go. Manchester City are top. They played 33 games. They're on 80 points. They're 4 points clear of Liverpool in second. Chelsea in third. Played 31 games, 62 points. Arsenal are in fourth. They played 33 games and have 60 points. Tottenham are currently in fifth. They played 32 games and have 57 points. Manchester United now are in sixth. They have 54 points, having played 34 games. West Ham are in seventh. They played 33 games and have 52 points. Wolves are in eighth. They've played 32 games and have 49 points. Newcastle are up tonight, which I just find absolutely staggering. They played 34 games and they have 43 points. Leicester City are in 10th. They have played 32 games and have 42 points. Brighton, they're in 11th. They played 33 games and have 40 points. And then Brentford are in 12th. They have played 33 games and have 39 points. Southampton are in 12th. They played 33 games and have 39 points. Crystal Palace are in 14th. They have 37 points, having played 32 games. Villa are in 15th. They play 32 games and have 37 points. Leeds are 16th. They have 33 points. Everton are 17th. They have played 31 games and have 29 points. And then the bottom three, Burnley have played 32 games and have 28 points. Watford have played 19 games. Watford are in 19th. They played 33 games and have 22 points. And last but not least, Norwich are 20th. They have played 33 games and have 21 points. So that's your Premier League table, guys. So let's come out of that. So let's just go through this chat before I wrap it. I'm going to wrap it up in a few minutes. Dice deserves some kind of send-off. Yeah, I think he should have been kept on, to be quite frank. And Manasant says, D Arsenal 49. Spot on with that, mate. Yep. Gracie-Mae, I'm back. Hello, says Gracie. Hi, Gracie. I hope you're good. I hope you've had a good day. And everyone, please make sure you go and subscribe to Gracie-Mae's channel. She's got an excellent channel. And she dropped this vlog today. It's absolutely fascinating and great entertainment. Please go and check it out. She's worked really hard on that, and she deserves all the support and love that she can get her hands on. Honestly, it's superb. So please go and check her out. The link for her channel is in the description of this video. Just scroll down and you'll find it. There's a number of other YouTube channels there as well. Find hers and click on her link and go and check her out. She's got an absolutely superb channel. Joanne Smith says 2 more home games left. Is that right? Is that all we've got left? 2 more home games? Blimey. And Joanne Smith says Hammers next. Yeah, West Ham away. That won't be an easy game either. They're a difficult bunch, they are, and very inconsistent at the moment. JS says that's a difficult question, to be honest. And JS says, Warren, we need a dig repping collaboration. Is what the people want. Right. I'm not sure I understand what you're on about, mate. Sorry. Warren, we need a dig repping collaboration. It's what the people want. Okay. If you can send me in a bit of more detail about that, because I'm not really sure what you're telling me. But if you want to explain that a bit more, then I'll be happy to talk about it. Why not Spursy, Mikel Arteta, love Arsenal, hate Kroenke, big up Warren, Hooters FC, they are back. Arteta sexuals are out. Chest out, gone up 3 cup sizes, brazen than ever. Yep, I've just got a new name for them. It's called Hyena FC. Joanne Smith says, I've got a Crystal Live show tonight. Have you? What's that all about, Joanne? Where's that? Can you send me some details, please? It sounds interesting. And JS says that's the name of a Arsenal YouTuber. He doesn't get many views, so he's been on AFTV. Oh dear. That's probably why he hasn't got many views if he's been on AFTV. I have to say I've lost all respect for that channel. I really have. If they were being honest with what they were saying, I'd have more respect for them. The only one on that channel that I've got any respect for is Turkish. The rest of them, I just think they're as false as. They really are. Especially that Julian. The crap that comes out of that man's mouth is just off the scale. He's on a similar level to Ty. Why not Spursy, Mikel Arteta, love Arsenal, hate Kroenke, DLG repping YT channel. Okay, I'll have a look and see if I can find it. But if he's had anything to do with AFTV, I'd be very skeptical about it, to be honest. I'm sorry, but I like people to be honest about what they're saying. And I don't think anyone on that channel is, except, like I say, for Turkish. JS, I thought you think Julian is a visionary. No, the only thing he's a visionary of is bullshit, mate. That's for sure. Absolute bullshit. I mean, I don't even think he's an Arsenal fan. I think he's an actor, and I think he talks crap. I think he's being paid to stir up controversy. I just think it's disgusting. I really do. Anyway, on that lovely little note, I'm gonna end it. Yeah, JS laughing emojis. He is a joke, that's for sure. I'm gonna end it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much to everyone who's come and joined in the live chat, and also for everyone who's watching this on playback. I'm just going to try and go through everyone that's been in. Right, so let's go through it. So we've had Taib Hussain and Joanne Smith, AJ Bryant, Craig Malloy, Jess Collins, the McManus Sense, Static, Clem, Carl Walker, The Blue Podcast, D Healy, Del Boy Gunner TV, and anyone who hasn't subscribed to Del Boy Gunner TV, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Do yourself a favour. get over there and check it out. The man has got an absolutely superb channel, as has Jez Collins. Jez Collins' channel is called Arsenal, the History and More. If you're a young person and you don't know much about the history of the football club, or even no matter what age you are, if you want to know more about the history of Arsenal Football Club, go and check out Jez Collins' channel, Arsenal, the History and More. It's absolutely superb. So, yeah, go and subscribe to his channel. Go and subscribe to Del Boy Gunner TV as well. Both excellent channels. I was on the show, Del Boy Gunner's show, on Friday night, last night. We talked about the Arsenal's 1979-80 season, a season where Arsenal played 71 games. That's right, 71. And in the months of April and May, they played 17 games. It was a madness, absolute madness. So go and check it out. We did about half of the season. We did the league campaign last night, and then on this Friday coming, we're going to be talking about the cup campaigns, the League Cup campaign, the FA Cup campaign, and the European Cup Winners' Cup campaign. So in that season, Arsenal got to 2 cup finals within 3 days of each other. So come and find out all about that, because it's an absolutely fascinating story. So, yeah, let's continue on. And then D Arsenal and JS and Gracie-Mae. I think we're nearly done. I think that's nearly everyone. And why not Spursy Mick Arteta? Love Arsenal, hate Kroenke. And JS says he's got a seat from Anfield 89. Who's got a seat from Anfield 89? And Joanne Smith says Gillian was on about the watered pitch at Chelsea midweek moaning. I said it was him went all over the pitch. Yeah, the less said about that, the better. I've got just one comment to make about that comment that he made. Does he not realise that both teams played on the same pitch? So what's he complaining about? Absolute clown. Jez Collins, great show, Warren. Thank you, Jez. I'm gonna message you later, mate. But have a great evening. Julian has a seat. Right, so what's he doing with a seat from Anfield? Absolute fucking madness. A man of sense says, I want to see a charity boxing match between Julian and Warren. Yeah, it wouldn't last very long, mate. It wouldn't. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up now. Thanks for everyone for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And please remember, make sure you look after yourselves and all your friends, your family, and your loved ones. Also, please make sure you spread some love and kindness around the world. And that includes sharing my video, putting a like on my video. And also, if you haven't done it already, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really, really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks very much. And I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.